The first word in the 7-word system is no. And the keywords for no are boundaries, identity, choice, and truth. We're establishing ourselves as a unique entity with the word no. Separation, separateness must exist for there to be identity. And the boundary that separates us from another person or perhaps another set of choices, another set of behaviors, the boundaries between what we could be and what we choose to be are set by saying the word no. No refutes possibility. That could be, and I'm saying I don't want that to be. Boundaries protect us from invasion. These are our defenses, and part of the survival instinct is to defend and protect the family. So the boundaries that we put up to insist upon having our safe space are put in place and held in place by the word no. This is conveyed on a national level by the military. The military marches up and down the borders looking quite ferocious and strong, and they're saying, do not invade or there will be consequences. And we try and convey that atmosphere within ourselves by saying the word no. If somebody wants something from you and you really don't want it to occur, then you have to say no clearly and firmly. And very often an invasion, an intrusion occurs because there is some ambiguity about whether you have said no. No may be offensive to the other person. That's not your problem. Your problem is making sure you are not offended. First and foremost, we have to say that. I am this, I choose to be this, I'm strong enough to enforce this choice, and I'm doing that right now. It's a very firm statement of exclusion. And if you mix messages by saying, oh, if it's okay with you, I'd rather not, that's not saying no, not clearly enough. If you really want your boundaries to be firm, then your no must be firm. Your personal bearing carries this message to people. Some people walk with a great sense of dignity and power and strength and clarity about who they are and what choices they're making. And they're authentic. When you ask them a question, they give you the truthful answer. They don't need to prevaricate. They don't need to tell lies or deceive. They've sorted out their identity. Now, these kind of people win our respect. And if we want to have respect, if we want to be respected, we cannot do that unless we have clear boundaries. It will not happen. With children, for example, children say, can I have this, mummy? Can I have this, daddy? And we say, no, 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 no. That's nothing quite like saying, no, you cannot. If you say that clearly once, you won't need to say it again, certainly not often again. But very often a child in particular will understand that badgering a parent, persuading a parent, doing something that might be worse if they don't get what they want, they put this kind of force upon the boundaries of the parent, and the parent not always needs to say no. Sometimes they need to negotiate, sometimes they just need to accept. But if they are saying no, then the best way to say it is quietly, clearly, slowly. Set the scene and say, the answer is no. With that sense of, you're not going to challenge me on this one. I've made up my mind. I'm sticking to it. Now, this is another factor with the word no. If you stick to it, your no's in future will be respected. If you change your mind, then you lose the rights, you lose the power to say the word no. No must be said and kept if it's to be believed in future, obviously. So what happens if we don't have a clear no, a strong no, is we are intruded upon. And the dysfunctional expression of the word no is angry. The anger comes out of us because we haven't clarity, we haven't gentle certainty about our boundaries. So if you want to reduce the amount of anger you experience, increase the number of clear occasions when you utter the word no. Say it clearly. Say it to whomsoever it needs to be said to, whether it's a boss or a friend or a lover. If something is occurring and you will not have it, come what may, then say no. Remember to say it clearly rather than loudly. An angry no doesn't have quite so much power behind it as a quiet certainty of knowledge that you are saying no. Then you're never overwhelmed.